of course, I've always wanted to be as efficient and successful as possible. When I was playing underground death metal, it wasn't like I didn't want to succeed. I wanted to succeed. I wanted to be on a real label. I wanted to be out touring. And then as I was sort of drifting away a little bit from the more extreme metal, at least from like what I played, and parallel to that, I started writing ghost songs, but I also wrote different things. And for a long time, I think I was under the belief that one, I was going to be a guitar player only. I wanted to be, to compare it to something like a John Frusciante. I wanted to be like the guitar player behind a singer who sings like great harmonies. And in the 2000s, obviously NME readers know this very well. In the 2000s, when I was in my 20s, there was this huge rock wave. Like you had all the big Strokes, Franz Ferdinand's, Kaiser Chiefs. Like it was just rock all over the place. So I was sort of struggling with that. Like, how do I find my place? The band that I was working with at that point was, in 2004, it was all like short hair. You had to be like pretending like you didn't want to play music. And it was like, oh, I can't play, dong, 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 dong. But they came like, I just woke up looking like this. Not true. They made an effort. And we had a little bit too long hair. So we were a little bit too metal. So that was not like indie enough. So that was like a struggle. I was sort of struggling through my 20s. Towards the end of it, I think I had, constantly writing songs for that and this project called Ghost. And, from obviously being a teenager and a 20-something, constantly available for the big career, single, no job, just waiting for the big break. I had sort of slowly transgressed into someone who was actually a partner and had 2 children. And somewhere there, I, depending on who you ask, friends of mine who was like, just give up on that fucking dream. You're not, it's not happening. And no one really told me that, but I felt at a certain point that I probably will not be a musician. And if I'm going to live without having realized my dream, I need to have a hobby. I need to have some sort of outlet for my creativity, albeit having a normal job and being a family father and all that stuff. Which was very much, it was not an accidental family making. It was the children were planned and loved and very welcomed. But I myself as a professional, I myself as a, father, a friend, felt very, there was something amiss. And out of all the things that I was working on, Ghost was definitely the one thing that I felt like, if I'm going to do one thing for 5% of my life, I want to do that.